And we're live. Welcome, everybody. It's us again. Welcome to the show. And I wanted to welcome Brian. Uh oh, we got a echo.
Don't say
Hold on. Echo.
You have YouTube open.
I don't have. Yep, I do. I do.
Okay.
It's
hey, how
me.
you guys doing
It's
today?
me.
I don't hear an echo on my side.
It was me. I got it. I got
Okay.
it. Sorry, guys. Echo, echo. Sorry. I had my YouTube open. That was my fault.
Of
But
course
I
it
wanted.
was.
Of course it was. Drop the mic, dude. I'm kidding.
Drop the mic. Dub, Brian, Michelle, what's up?
Not
Hola.
much.
Hello.
We're
Yeah.
here. I wanted to say hello to let's see who we got in here. We have Sanja, Cindy, uh let's see. We got a dog named Boo. We
Boo.
have Sergio. We have Ange, my main moderator. Love you, girlfriend. We have did I say Cindy already? We have Narco Grandma, and I think that's it so far. And Susan. Welcome, everybody. Glad you guys are here. We're going to kind of have.
James just jumped in here. Good to see you. Little one, Betsy. Dog named Boo.
Hi, James. Welcome.
Mocha, Sandy, Susan, Sanja, Friendly. I think that's about it.
Yep.
And Che Ange, good to see you always.
Yes. Anyway, we're going to kind of have a little fun at. We're going to have a little time. We're going to try to have a little bit of fun today. I think you guys would get a big kick out of it.
At the
Uh,
host's expense, right?
yep, at my expense, that's for sure. There's only two other people. Well, no, there's three people that have seen this video I'm going to show. Sergio, uh, Sergio, and Chuck and Dub. So you guys are going to get a nice kick out of it. But anyway, I'm glad you guys are all here. Um, we're just going to kind of like have an open, maybe have an open panel if you guys want to, people, want to come on and talk a little bit, whatever. That would be great. Um, talk about whatever we want to talk about, really. I'm going to wait for
Yep.
a little, see if a few more people pop in. We only got 14 showing. So, but yeah.
Gypsies just popped in. And
Hi,
good to see you guys.
Gypsy.
Brian, what you been up to, man?
Hi, Ann.
Oh, just living a dream one day at a time. No, man, just reading scripture, to tell you the truth. Reading doctrine, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, Crystal Gem.
Crystal, good to see you.
Let's see here. Yeah. So, so we all made it through the 23rd.
Yep.
We did.
We did make it through the 23rd.
Today's the 24th, though. That's another big one.
Is it?
Supposedly.
Oh. But yeah, we'll see. We shall see. I'm just kidding. But yeah, been a kind of a crazy weekend for a lot of us. We've all been kind of being tested this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So hats off to everybody that made it through. uh, yeah. So actually, I was running, trying to get everything all squared away. But by the time I got on here, now I feel a lot better. Because before I was like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to be enjoying the live because I'm running. But I feel much better now. So,
Well,
anyway.
good. We're glad you're feeling better.
Drop the
Yeah.
mic.
No, seriously, we are.
Hello, Ange. Good to see you. Good to see everyone.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Sergio's all good with the sheriff's at his door, wherever that message went.
He was here earlier, but I haven't seen him
He
text.
said that I gotta go. The sheriff's are at my door. Be right back.
Really? I didn't see that.
Hey Chuck, that that video you put out showed that girl that I was talking about. It showed clips from that movie, Left Behind or whatever in it. If you didn't know, remember we were talking about that? You
Chuck.
still there? Nope. He
Nope.
dropped his mic.
He dropped his mic. Veronica, welcome, welcome. Red Storm, yeah, he just dropped out.
Yep.
Welcome. We're just waiting for a few more people to pop on in. Yeah, glad that you guys are all here. We're going to kind of have a little bit of fun. We can get Chuck back on here. I told him not to act like that. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. But he'll come back, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what all we were going to talk about, so I just uploaded those two fun videos, if you will. You know, one of them was Trump reading the snake poem again just the other day, and then the other one was regarding the video that Chuck just put out, the 369 stuff, you know, that gematria, or not gematria, but whatever, that video that he put out that was talking about the languages and how, you know,
Right.
yeah, that.
Hello?
Hey,
I told you not to act like that. I didn't put you out of here.
I got a phone call and it booted me off.
Oh. Was it Sergio?
Okay. That's stupid that it boots you off when you get a phone call hung up and you have to do everything all again. So I just put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
There you go. All right.
My
So-
avatar's still white though.
Now, it's not on my end.
No, I see it.
You got your
Roll.
flat Earth one.
Okay, good.
Okay. So
It's
like
flat on my end though. Sorry, I can't
Yeah.
see it though.
Yeah, I think they're messing with us. Maybe it's your internet because you sounded a little bit. Are you having some internet problems today?
Not now, hopefully.
Hopefully, we're not. I don't think we are.
As you were getting booted out, Chuck, I was saying about some of the clips from that video was actually that movie, Left Behind.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Anyway, I was saying that it showed that girl. Remember, I was saying how it shows the lady who was religious as being like this, like kind of mean-looking evil lady and talks all mean, and then the girl who's hating God or not, you know, denying she's all beautiful and all soft-spoken and all like.
Yep. They make the religious people look like kooks.
Yeah.
I'm changing my avatar. They're saying it's white still. I'm gonna switch it.
Hi, Change. How are you? Good to see you. We just barely got started, so you're not late. Well, we love having you here, and we love having everybody here, but I'm glad that you're here. All right.
I'm gonna do Rebbe.
Thou shalt call no man rabbi.
Yep.
Rebbe.
Is that what they call him, Rebbe?
Yep, that's his name, Rebbe.
We just
Rebbe.
confuse it. So rabbi's rabbi and Rebbe's Rebbe. It doesn't mean anything. Like the Queen James. I don't care that King James says this. I made the Queen James. It says this. I'm good.
All right. So we got 26 in the house, so that's cool. I'm glad to see everybody here. We're going to go ahead and do. What should I do? Should I play that video now? What or what?
Whatever
We'll give a little background on it and stuff first. Like,
Yeah.
you know, a little
Oh,
background
yeah.
and everything.
I will. Yeah.
Okay.
So, like I said, we're going to have a little bit of fun. And let's see here. Welcome, Carla. Good to see you. Let me give. Okay, Sandra, you're modded. Anybody that wants to drop their channel link into the chat, they're more than happy to do that. As long as I got you modded, I got everybody modded that I think. I think the more we get out, the better. So, and I don't mind anybody sharing their channel if they'd like to do that, so we can get. We could try to get more stuff out, but you know how that goes. But anyway, I just thought I would say that.
Speaking of getting out, I shared with Chuck, a little video the other day. my channel, something happened crazy this week. I didn't put the video out, but the one video got like 1,500 views and like 70 some thumbs ups, which is just insane. Normally I only get like 100 views and 20 thumbs up maybe or something, you know, but it was just pretty crazy that it got unlocked in the algorithms for a day or two or something.
Yeah, you slipped one
Really?
through.
Yep, one slipped
Slipped one
through.
through.
That's crazy. Yeah, mine have never slipped through. Always been the same. I lose subs every week, so I go backwards all the time. So
Yeah, if anybody
mean-
doesn't know too, you can just click on their little avatar icon, and you can go to the channel that way too.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys want to do that, yeah.
either way, doesn't matter.
So we thought we'd have a little bit of fun, so I'm going to give you a little bit of background on myself. We're going to have a little jab at me. Not the real jab.
Not the real
Not
chat.
the real jab. I don't do that. But I'll give you guys a little background on me. Let's see. Probably about 2 weeks before the 2020 election, did I finally completely understand, kind of wake up completely, kind of. And I don't want to make it sound like I know more than anybody else. I mean, where my eyes were completely opened about 2 weeks before the election. And let me tell you, previous to then, yes, I knew about the psyops and I could see a lot of different stuff, but there was a lot of things I didn't understand. And the one thing I didn't understand and really didn't grasp yet was who's in control of the world. And so, needless to say, I was a big Trump fan. I don't know if a lot of people were, but I was. I was one of his biggest fans, I think,
Mm-hmm.
until 2 weeks before the election. And
Well, don't spoil it for everyone.
I'm not. But I was pretty bad. I wore all my garb, my hats, I had sweaters, I had all kinds of stuff. But anyway, and so we're going to show you a little bit about it, and I'm going to show you how bad these Trump tards can really be. So about the elections in November, this was in August of 2019, right? It'd have to be, because the election was in 2020, right? Or
No, 16.
August. Yeah,
no, this was
for the re-election time.
for the re-election.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
it wasn't in
Okay.
2016. I was a late comer, I'm telling you. So anyway, thank goodness. That's all I can say is thank God I woke up. Praise our Lord Jesus that He opened my eyes completely.
Amen.
I'm
Yes.
yeah. So I'm very thankful for that. But we thought we'd have a little bit of fun. Are you okay, Sergio? Everything okay at the home front?
What's up, Sergio? Hey, Dub, you'll have to tell everybody that you tried to tell Michelle and she wouldn't listen.
Tom and I could not talk about it. You tell him.
I would try to drop a little hint here and there, or a little nugget to be found, and she would not listen. She would tell me that if you're gonna say anything about Trump, just don't say it. I'm not gonna
No, I
listen.
said that, if we're just better off not talking about it because, it wouldn't be good. That I was crazy.
Well, hey, I voted for him the very first time because I was thinking if there's just a 1% chance that Hillary won't be president. I never liked him, but I just did not like her at all.
Do you remember, Dub, right offhand, real quick, do you remember where that other video, that one I just sent you?
It's still in my phone. I think.
No. The one video with the Trump hat on.
It's still on my phone. It didn't go to Skype.
I didn't send it to your phone.
I knew when they blacked Ronald, freaking
You're not understanding. This.
Ron Paul out, that voting was all
I
junk.
didn't send it to your phone, babe.
That's when 2012. I didn't even make it to Trump. So when Trump came around, I already knew he was a butthole, just like the rest of them.
Yes, it did.
But that's all. Everybody's a different, whatever, understandings, different times, and Trump, that guy. All he does is he gets people so pumped up inside and gets that pride going in people, and that's what gets
Yeah, he
people
does.
going. You know what I mean? He's a
Definitely.
pride warrior, and people are like, yeah, fuck yeah, whatever. Sorry.
All right.
And there are no heroes. There are no men. They're all working together. Like Brian, you pointed this out. A kingdom cannot stand against. The devil's kingdom cannot stand against itself.
Yeah, that's scripture. That ain't me.
Yeah.
All right. So this is at a Trump rally, a live Trump rally of me in August. Oh boy, you guys don't give me a hard time now because
She got well.
I got well after that. Let's see if this is gonna work. I hope the audio works. Oh, let's see.
You didn't used to carry onions around with you and make yourself cry, did you?
No.
All right. They did that down January 6th, I remember, at that big Trump rally.
All right, guys, hang on to your seats. We're gonna have a good laugh here. Okay, let's go.
Good times.
There's his way, our president. Hello, everybody. Here comes the plane. Woo! Air Force One. Reporting from Saginaw, Michigan. I am Michelle Frost. There's our president.
Was this pre-COVID? Yeah, it was. Never mind.
Was it pre-COVID?
Yeah, it was. Well, it was. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought I saw a couple masks, but all right.
No, it was. Well, this was in
Well, this
2020
is- yeah.
already. So
August 2020.
yeah, this was in August.
Yeah.
So
So
COVID
yeah,
was
there
around.
was
Okay.
masks already.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember this was a dividing thing back then, too. Trump people ain't wearing their masks at the rallies.
Huh?
I remember this was a dividing thing back then, too, as Trump people ain't wearing their masks at the rallies.
Mhm.
Right.
And then Black Lives Matter people were they were good to go because they were wearing their masks. But the Trump rallies were bad because they weren't wearing their masks.
Remember, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Well, take the mask off.
Take the mask off. You can breathe after that. Here he comes.
There he is.
Were you guys drinking, Michelle?
No, I was not.
Oh shit.
I was not drinking at all. I'm standing on a chair. I'm standing on a chair. Woo! Just Just so you guys know, you can call me a total Trump tart at that moment. What I can do is try to put this forward again because it's going to take a minute for him to get there. You guys don't need to. Let's see if I can move it forward. There we go. All right, let's try it. So we're all waiting for him to come up, get out the plane, blah, blah, blah.
A MAGA mask.
We are going to be speaking right there. That's not normally how I act, just so you guys know. I'm just kidding. I'm going to forward it a little bit.
Was this in Missouri?
This is in Michigan.
Michigan, okay.
Yeah. I'll forward it a little bit more. I'm making myself dizzy.
Hey, Trump still draws crowds like that. I mean, he hadn't
know.
been president for 3 years. It's crazy.
I'm so thankful I woke up.
Huh.
Okay, I'm trying to. I'll forward it in so we can get to the. Oh my God! Hurry up! Oh my God! Just the music alone is just retarded. I'm sorry. Oh, the village people! Come on now. It's huge. This airplane, Air Force One, it's huge. It's huge. Oh my God! Most of this video is waiting for him to get there. Okay. There you go. There's his song. There's his song. There he is.
Camera's making me dizzy. Right. I love you.
Oh my God, you guys! I can't believe he's here. I'm just kidding.
Kip's been on timeout.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Sergio asked about Kip. Kip has been on timeout, he said.
Oh. No, you're not. The election was stolen. I love you. Oh. Okay, we get the picture. We don't have to
Hey,
watch the whole thing. I just wanted to show you guys.
real quick, Red Storm, I thought you were talking about Kip. And you said why he got a strike on YouTube. His channel, they like took his channel down for 2 weeks.
Oh, he
It's
got a
easier
strike,
than
so
typing
he
that.
can't
Yeah.
upload.
Yeah, he's in timeout, yeah.
All right, so I thought you guys would enjoy that. That shows you how much of a Trump tart I was. But yeah. Play it again.
Frida needs a wrench, Michelle.
Huh?
Frida needs a wrench. She's in here today.
Let me get back on. Hi, Frida. How are you? Good to see you.
Matt Davis jumped in. What's up, Matt? And William. Who else jumped in here?
Welcome,
Change
Matt.
on the level.
Hi, on the level. Good to see you. Welcome, William. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that I went to a Trump rally by myself. Oh, that's when I was a Trump tart. Oh, not anymore. Thank goodness. But
Well, you got to tell us what was the final straw that like took you, woke you
a
up
lot of
about it.
different things, because like shortly after that, I started. I had different people coming in. I would tell Dub, I'm like, if I find out he's a tyrant, then I'll accept it. I was like, I'm open to it. If I find out that he's a bad guy, and then I finally started understanding how much he was an ad for the pharmaceutical companies, and that him getting the coronavirus, and
Operation
and
Warp Speed.
yeah, I mean, just a lot of different things. Yeah.
Well, I remember all the way back to 2016 and before, Newt Gingrich was like, "Well, he's not one of us. He ain't part of one of
Right.
the societies and stuff," acting like he was some kind of great man. And I was like, "Oh, okay." You know, so
But yeah, it was just, and then I finally understood who the Illuminati was and Freemasons and those. That's when I understood that. It was like an overnight thing for me. I don't know. It was just a couple things that triggered
and
me.
that is pretty crazy. Overnight, boom.
It was the
Yeah.
lights. The lights came on like they just came on.
And when those final lights came on,
I
they were
I saw,
bright.
and then I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I didn't see. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm so glad. I mean, I am just so glad that that happened. Because boy, I can't stand that, man. I'm like, ugh. But yeah, I came across it, so I thought I would show you guys how crazy I really was.
For real.
But
Well, I told you I would call the cops and the politicians and stuff and bitch and whatever, and it didn't get me anywhere except they tell me to come out of my mom's basement or something. But I didn't make no recordings of it, so I guess.
well, the one good thing that was good for me was that I never got political. I never ever in my life until he came along, and then I jumped into the political spectrum, and that's like most of my channels that I listened to, and it was all conservative channels, and I was like, poor Dub, I put him through a lot, making him watch these channels. So I'm just saying that yeah, I never really knew much about politics and everything, and then until I did, and I'm glad I did, because then it got to where I could learn the other side, you know what I mean, and see what it's all about.
Learn
But-
it the right way and
Yeah.
what it really was, not what it was said to be.
But yeah, so yeah, when the lights came on, they came on. I had another short video I was gonna find, but I can't find it, so I can't even. I'm not even gonna even worry about it. But you guys would have really liked that one. It was a short one, but I was like, oh my gosh, I came across that the other day, and I was like, wow. But anyway, so I thought we'd start that off. You guys got anything you want to play or talk about, or you know?
Just thinking.
Putting y'all on the spot. Okay, so
Brian, what you got?
Brian, what you got?
Well, I have just those couple videos that I posted on my channel just recently, and they're kind of more fun videos. They weren't like super serious. The one video is just of Trump at a recent whatever gathering in Iowa. He reads the snake story again, and the other one was just gematria fun, basically with the 369.
We are kind of on Trump though right now, a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you drop those links?
Let me grab it here again. Yeah.
It's a little hard for me to go get them. I'm not.
Yeah, I
I'm
got
not a good link grabber.
Here's the Trump one.
I'm scrolling forever.
Yeah, I got exposed to all the Freemason stuff a long time ago, Michelle. So if you didn't get to see that until like 2020, I can understand.
Well, I didn't understand, and see, that's what took me to understand who really was in control, and I didn't understand that for the longest time, obviously. And then, and that right there, that's why I've always tried to push that for people.
No, I tell Chuck sometimes I can't watch those videos all the time, but they're good to lift in that veil and showing people, because that's where I started. I started with Alex Jones. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. A lot of us did.
And he didn't say nothing about the Freemason stuff. Not like that. He didn't. He was like Bilderberg. And freaking-
Bilderberg, yeah.
Oh, what am I doing? Okay. All right. So, okay, you guys can see it, right?
Yep.
All right. Let's play it.
Snake, do you want a snake? Should I do it or not? You tell me. We have time, right? I brought it. Should I do it? All right. It's a metaphor. It's so accurate. It's not a snake. It's people that we're allowing into our country. Many criminals, people from jails, from mental institutions, terrorists. This is where I think it's quite accurate. On our way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor half-frozen snake. His pretty-colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she cried. I'll take you in, and I'll take care of you. Take me in, O tender woman, take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. She wrapped him up all cozy in a comforter of silk and laid him by her fireside with some honey and some milk. She hurried home from work that night, and soon as she arrived, she found the pretty snake she'd taken in had been revived. Take me in, O tender woman, take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. She clutched him to her bosom. You're so beautiful, she cried. But if I hadn't brought you in by now, you truly would have died. She stroked his pretty skin again and kissed and held him tight. But instead of saying, thank you, ma'am, the snake gave her a vicious bite. Me in, O tender woman, take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. I saved you, cried the woman, and you've bitten me, but why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
Hey, pause it real quick. Yeah, this was on 1.5 speed. That's how slow he talks. That was actually on 1.5 speed right there. But anyway, I can't stand listening to that man talk. But
Me neither.
I was showing the comments in there. If you guys didn't notice, this one guy made a comment, and it was just so stupid, like giving love to Trump, and the guy was like, "How the hell did your comment even get to stay here?" He's like, "I make one comment about 9/11, and boom, it's gone." So then I commented and showed that that comment or whatever, and you're not going to see it on there. That's in the video itself. But and then the next guy down says, "This is our real president." And blah, 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 on him I will follow. You know what I mean? Like, people just give their complete, I don't even know how to call it. That's why I wrote all that energy and money at that rally that you were at. Just think of all the money and all the energy and everything that's involved right there. And those things go on everywhere all the time. This is another one. This was just September 20th when he gave this reading again.
Yeah.
And, yep. Anyway, you can play the video.
No, you're fine.
There he is with his message again. Again. Same message as before.
Yeah, this was September 20th, so this is recent.
The snake. The serpent who they worship.
Yep. That was a good one.
That's the video right there, that freaking Celtic symbol video or whatever, that was the one that went viral for me, if you will, you know what I mean? And, yeah, that was weird. But yeah, Donald Trump giving his snake speech again, just letting you know who he is again. And everybody's like, we still love you. We still want you.
We still love you.
And then all those people sharing the videos about how we're supposedly in some type of what is it called? I don't even know what I'm talking about because I don't care so much about that stuff. But he did some declaration, and right now, what's his name isn't even a real president, even though he got elected president or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about, Chuck? How people try to say that stuff?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know the name for it, what you're talking about, though. I know what you're talking about, though.
All right. We're just operating under a false government right now. Trump just suspended things or something along those lines and this and that. And I don't know, whatever.
In the chat, what is it, guys? Shoot, the FEMA, is it like that the declaration or whatever? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, something like that. We're still under emergency or something like that, or
We're in a live exercise.
Yeah, there you go.
The medical emergency is still
State
in
of
effect.
emergency, something like that.
National emergency. I'm looking for something real quick.
But as long as we go and we wear our mask at the voting booths and make our voice be heard,
Yep.
we can save ourselves. Just make sure you vote for the right wing.
They want you to vote. They push both sides pushes it. Because the only way we could send a message is if nobody voted. That would scare them more than anything if nobody showed up and voted.
Oh yeah, they're doing it huge to the Democrats now, and they really target the ghetto, if you will. I mean, the
Oh
poor
yeah.
people, all that stuff, and just trying to get those people to vote because they think that they want them to people think that they have a voice too. I mean, not that they don't. We all have a voice, but what I'm saying is, no, none of us really do. I guess in the end, but
hmm
yeah. No, I see it being pushed so much more. It's all about voting. I mean, my kids even draw stuff up at school, like passports and things like that, and who they're voting for. I'm like, what the hell does that even matter? My kid's in grade school. He don't even need to worry about that stuff right now. But they're like, yep, he does, because that's all they're doing, prepping the kids to be good little slaves later on in life. That's all school is. That's why UNESCO runs it all. UNESCO. Go look it up. UNESCO. It's a United Nations education, scientific, and cultural organization. It's a specialized agency based out of Paris, France. The stomping grounds, the New World Order for stomping grounds, Mr. John Kerry said himself. You guys can look these things up. I don't make them. I just have a memory like an elephant, and I can recall things, regurgitate them.
Right. Well, I pulled up two videos from my channel, from Michelle Frost's channel. This one's an old one since you guys were talking about it. I thought I'd play it. I don't know if you guys want to watch it. It's about FEMA and all that.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Okay, here we go.
But it's still valid. This act has been continued on
When did you put this
through
out?
Biden.
A year ago.
Hey, that guy in the bottom and middle there, our Viking dude,
Yeah.
he was down in the riots in Brazil within the last couple of years too. If you look into it, there was some riots and something that went happen in Brazil. Same type of stuff here, same type of incident. They had one of those guys there too. Yep, he was just in green and yellow instead of red and blue.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, here we go.
Just so you all know, but I'm going to play this because it's very important for everybody to know. Love you and God bless.
We're going to connect the dots for anybody who has ears to hear. Some people are going to want to dispute this, but we're not going to argue with anyone. This is what's going on. There is no Q, there is no anonymous that has any information about this government or anything else that's going on. They have been leading you down a path of lies, all to hide the truth. And here's what's really going on. FEMA has more power than the President of the United States or the Congress. It has the power to suspend laws, move entire populations, arrest and detain citizens without a warrant, and hold them without trial. It can seize property, food supplies, transportation systems, and can suspend the Constitution. When a state of emergency is declared, Executive Order 11921 allows the Federal Emergency Preparedness Agency to develop plans to establish control over the mechanisms of production and distribution of energy sources, wages, salaries, credit, and the flow of money in the U.S. financial institution in any undefined national emergency. It also provides that when a state of emergency is declared by the President, Congress cannot review this action for 6 months. Now, with the understanding that after Trump signed the National Emergency Declaration, FEMA took over. Now, this is March 13th, 2020. Listen to what he's going to say now. This is right after he signed the National Emergency into effect.
It is only the beginning of what we're really doing, and now we're in a different phase.
This is only the beginning of what we're really doing, because what they're really doing is putting everything in place to start the New World Order.
Now we're in a different phase.
The different phase that he's speaking of is that he is no longer president, and he has given full power over to FEMA when he signed the National Emergency Declaration.
We had some very old and obsolete rules.
Those old and obsolete rules are also known as the Constitution of the United States.
That we had to live with. It worked under certain circumstances, but not under mass circumstances.
Under mass circumstances is being under FEMA rule.
They were there for a long time. They were in place for a long time, and we're breaking them down now.
They're definitely breaking them down because the Constitution is suspended.
And they're very usable for certain instances, but not for this.
Because they can't go forward with their plan with the Constitution, our constitutional rights still intact.
To unleash the full power of the federal government. In this effort today, I am officially declaring
Hey,
a
can I say something real
national
quick?
emergency.
My opinion, I don't think we've never had a constitution. It's just an illusion of
Yeah,
one. You know what I
agreed.
mean? Because if you know anything about like infringement, like the Second Amendment says shall not be infringed, they have new gun laws every single day.
Right.
So you know what I mean,
I
it's
would-
all just a big illusion.
I want to add to that if I could.
Yep.
There's that song that says, "We are spirits living in the material world." It's like we are
The
spirits
police.
in the material world, and it says, "Have no faith in Constitution. There never was no bloody revolution." It
Mhm.
tells you all these things. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Yep.
that's pretty deep right there.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree. I agree 100%, Chuck. It's just
Yeah.
a piece of paper.
It is, and we didn't even sign it. Don't you have to sign a contract for it to be for you? You know, they signed it. We didn't even sign it.
Right. Okay.
Declaring a national emergency.
So he is officially telling us in a coded message that we are now under the rule of FEMA, no longer having a president. Fast forward to March 19th, 2020, in the FEMA National Response Coordination Center.
Mr. President, Vice President, thank you for being here. Really appreciate your visit to FEMA. I think your visit really, as you indicated last week, by signing the national emergency, has really empowered FEMA.
And he just made the declaration that FEMA is empowered, has really empowered FEMA. Fast forward to April 10th, 2020. In plain words, it's been my great honor to have been their president. Past tense.
The American people have been so disciplined. It's been my honor to be their president. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'll say it always. It's been my great honor to have been their president, and it's been my great honor to have been their president. I have a big decision coming up, and I only hope to God that it's the right decision. But it'll be based on the input from a lot of very talented people, very smart people, and people that love our country. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
He actually will not be making any more decisions. This group of people that he says will be helping him make decisions are the ones that are making decisions now, because it is FEMA that is making the decisions.
And I don't believe that he made any decisions in the first place. I think he's controlled and he's a puppet, and he's just reading a script. You know, this is all a stage.
Yep.
So that's just my opinion.
And as you can hear in this live briefing, Trump obviously does not know what's going on, because he said, you should have let us know, when Mike Pompeo said, we're in a live exercise.
Pompeo says this is a live exercise. And what you'll hear in the background is Donald Trump say, you should have let us know.
This is not about retribution. This matters going forward. We're in a live exercise here to get this right. We need to make sure that even we're in a live exercise here to get this right. We're in a live exercise here to get this right. We're in a live exercise here to get this right. We
Does he sound like a man that's in control of anything anymore? He just looks like he has just lost his best friend in all of these videos that we're seeing now.
Something? That clip right there was also played off as, coronavirus is fake. I don't know how else to look at it too, but you know what I'm saying? So she's saying that he said it isn't the version of him handing power over, but I've seen this same clip taken in the context of, hey, coronavirus is fake. We're in a live exercise.
Right.
Oh, you should have told us. And that's how they always try to promote Trump, is like, he's our hero, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, ever since he signed the National Emergency Declaration, I'm sure most of us thought that FEMA was created to help people in disasters. But here's the truth about FEMA. FEMA was created in a series of executive orders. A presidential executive order, whether constitutional or not, becomes law simply by its publication in the Federal Registry. Congress is bypassed. Executive Order 12148 created the Federal Emergency Management Agency, that is to interface with the Department of Defense for civil defense, planning, and funding. An emergency czar was appointed. Executive Order 12656 appointed the National Security Council as the principal body that should consider emergency powers. This allows the government to increase domestic intelligence and surveillance of U.S. citizens and would restrict the freedom of movement within the United States and grant the government the right to isolate large groups of civilians. That's where we're at right now, people. We are all being told what to do, where we can and can't go. The National Guard could be federalized to seal all borders and take control of U.S. airspace and all ports of entry. Executive Order 10990 allows the government to take over all modes of transportation and control of highways and seaports. Executive Order 10995 allows the government to seize and control the communications media. Executive Order 10997 allows the government to take over all electrical power, gas, petroleum, fuels, and minerals. Executive Order 10998 allows the government to take over all food resources and farms. Executive Order 11000 allows the government to mobilize civilians into work brigades under government supervision. Executive Order 11001 allows the government to take over all health, education, and welfare functions. Executive Order 11002 designates the Postmaster General to operate a national registration of all persons. That's where your census comes in. Executive Order 11003 allows the government to take over all airports and aircraft, including commercial aircraft. Executive Order 11004 allows the Housing and Finance Authority to relocate communities, build new housing with public funds, designate areas to be abandoned, and establish new locations for populations. Executive Order 11005 allows the government to take over railroads, inland waterways, and public storage facilities. Executive Order 11051 specifies the responsibility of the Office of Emergency Planning and gives authorization to put all executive orders into effect in times of increased international tensions and economic or financial crisis. Executive Order 11310 grants authority to the Department of Justice to enforce the plans set out in executive orders, to institute industrial support, to establish judicial and legislative liaison, to control all aliens, to operate penal and correctional institutions. And Executive Order 11049 assigns emergency preparedness function to federal departments and agencies, consolidating 21 operative executive orders issued over a 15-year period.
We are Americans, part of something larger than ourselves. For 2 centuries, we've done the hard work of freedom, and tonight we lead the world in facing down a threat to decency and humanity. What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order, where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind: peace and security, freedom, and the rule of law. Such is a world worthy of our struggle and worthy of our children's future.
Peace and safety.
We have before us
Peace and safety. That was what he was saying in there. We're promising you peace and safety.
Mm-hmm. This was 33 years ago.
Yep.
33 years ago. But you guys get the gist of that one, so we'll go ahead and cut that one off.
I got a good topic.
I say extremely well done on that one, Michelle.
Yep.
Very informative. And just as far as the Constitution and people that have been under the delusion that we have a Constitution, every president has used executive orders, and executive orders are unconstitutional.
Unlawful.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so that not only that, just that there were so many executive orders there. I mean, that was just like telling us all, hey, just take your stuff and run for the hills. We got control of it all, and I don't think everybody's going to do that. But anyway.
Well, you put all those together, and it basically says the government can and will do whatever they want to. So you can claim to be free, and well, we're free land. We have a constitution. Not if the government does not honor it.
Yeah, no, I understand. They don't have no executive orders either. You know what I mean? So all that stuff's just fear porn. I don't know. That's why I said in the middle of that video, the one lady's clip of Donald Trump and that section of him saying, "Why didn't you tell us?" The COVID deniers and all that stuff and people like that were all using that as that. You know what I mean? Like, see, it's not real. You know what I mean? Not the FEMA power struggle, whatever you want to call it, all that stuff, you know.
Right. No, I agree. You know. I agree with you 100% on that because I think it's trying to show. I think him saying that, I think that was a show, obviously. Kind of like making it look like he wasn't a part of it or, you know, whatever. I don't know because, you know, always got to, you know, he's got to be the one that's, you know, loves the country and is going to save us and, you know.
He's not an insider.
Yeah, he's not one of the.
Yeah, he's definitely not one of them. I do have one other one that it's only 2 minutes long, and I this is on my channel. It said "Killing Me Softly" with his song.
Roll it.
Roll it.
We took care of a lot of people, including, I guess, on December 21st, we took care of Joe Biden because he got his shot. He got his vaccine. He forgot. It shows you how unpainful that vaccine shot is. So everybody go get your shot.
It works incredibly well, 95%, maybe even more than that. It works incredibly well. And I would recommend it to a lot of people that don't want to get it. And a lot of those people voted for me, frankly. But, you know, again, we have our freedoms and we have to live by that. And I agree with that also. But it's a great vaccine. It's a safe vaccine. And it's something that works.
I recommend you take it, but I also believe in your freedoms 100%.
When you have the vaccine, people that do, and it's a very small number relatively, but people that do get it get better much quicker. That's a very important thing to know. They don't get nearly as sick, and they get better. Lindsey Graham's an example. He said, if I didn't have this vaccine, I would have died.
And you know what? I believe totally in your freedoms. I do. You got to.
Hey, pause it real quick,
But
Michelle. You know, the QAnon people. I mean, I have a good friend, and they're awake to a lot of stuff. But hold on.
Chuck got a call, got booted.
Oh,
Yep. No.
He's like, hold on.
Oh, he muted. He's muted.
Oh, all right. Yeah, if you got pictures of you and your boy Epstein, you might be one of them. You know.
I recommend
I'm sorry.
taking the vaccine.
I was going to say that if I got cut, I had to pause it for a second or mute it. I was just going to say that, I mean, the Operation Warp Speed should have woken anybody that had any doubts about it. But even, you know, going back further, back to 2001, remember he said he saw the planes go into the buildings also. So
Yeah.
that should tell you he's been in on it. He's been in on it. Remember, he gave an interview back when he was 33 years old. Remember,
Yeah.
where he bought Trump Towers
Yeah.
when he was 33 years old. So
Yeah.
it's just like,
Well,
give me a
I
break.
mean, they knew way back in the day he was going to be president. But I do have a short little story to tell you while we're playing this video. Just the other day, I had a customer, and we started talking about. I don't know. We started. I brought up. We started talking about the New World Order and da da da. And I was just kind of throwing a seed, a couple seeds, and this one lady was sitting there agreeing with me, and I was like, yeah, things are going to get much worse, and blah blah blah, and we're going back and forth, and she was agreeing on everything, and she was like, oh yeah, and I was like, yeah, she knows what's up, and she goes, and then she turns around and she says, yeah, we'll never have another president like Trump, and I was like, huh? And she goes, oh yeah, he we'll never have anybody as good as him, and I just looked at her and I said, look, I said. And she goes, you're not going to get into politics, are you? And I said, oh, no. But I'm going to say one thing. I said, I just want you to understand, because we were talking about the Jabberooers and everything. And I said, he was the one that said that he was the father of the Jabberooers. And I said, and also he's the one that brought to us warp speed. And I said, that killed hundreds and thousands of people. And I said, and I gave him my little speech about I knew 4 people in this country that had passed of the Jews. And I said, that's just one person. And I said, that's all I wanted to say. Let that sink in. And she was like, because she was like all about the, oh yeah, no, I never got it. I never, oh yeah, no, you got, But then she turned around and said that he was the good guy. So I said, I just want to put that in your head, and then I'm going to leave with that. And she didn't know what to say.
I did it. It's good. Take the vaccines. But no, that's okay. That's all right. You got your freedoms. But I happen to take the vaccine.
The vaccines do work and they are effective. And here's my thing. I think I saved many. I don't think. I know. I saved millions and millions of lives throughout the world. We could have had another Spanish flu. We could have had, in 1917, close to 100 million people died, they say. But it was really bad. And now other countries are using our vaccines and, tremendous. They're tremendously successful.
You're playing right into their hands when you sort of like, oh, the vaccine. If you don't want to take it, you shouldn't be forced to take it. No mandates, but take credit because we saved tens of millions of lives. Take credit. Don't let them take that away from you.
Okay, so the president made news.
Do you agree with that? Right?
Both the president and I are vaxxed, and did you get the booster?
Yes.
I got it too. Okay, so
don't.
I hate Bill O'Reilly.
But he's a great man. He's always on TV. He's well dressed and
man.
That's the problem.
Him and Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity, man, that guy, I can't stand either one.
When I first got into all this stuff, and that's I'm not sitting here trying to be like, dude, I know more, and same thing. But I watched those guys too, and then once the 2012 election went the way it did, and I was just like, man, this shit ain't right. You know what I mean? And that was right around when I got exposed to Alex Jones and family. Someone in my family even told me about 9/11 and stuff, and I was just like, no way, man. Terrorists flew planes into the towers. I just got out of the military, but anyway, it was just so much waking up. But that was one of the first things was the election process. I just realized how much it was joke. It was junk. I knew with the things that Ron Paul was saying was what people needed to hear, but then I realized that there's nothing that we're going to be able to do. It's all controlled. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what we think, what we say. That's why they're always trying to get us to go vote and whatever. And then I seen Alex Jones, and then he'd be at all these Bilderberg meetings. And, I got on that train for a little while, getting upset with our politicians or whatever, thinking that we could do something. But,
hey, real quick. real quick,
But
I'm gonna say this, and everybody knows it, but if you're on TV, you're working from them, and if you're alternative media, you work for them, and even YouTube. If your channel is growing and you're not in an echo chamber, you work for them. I'm telling you, man, and people get sucked in with these channels that got over 100,000 subscribers, and yeah, they give you a lot of truth, but YouTube's not gonna allow you to get out there. They're keeping us in an echo chamber.
right.
Agreed.
I did wanted to, I wanted to say hello to a few people that have popped in. We've had quite a few more that have popped in that I haven't said hello to. I wanted to say, let's see, let me scroll back. Um, I'm also trying to mod here. I wanted to say hello to Angela G, Nana Candy, Danny Diesel, Jesus Christ is my Lord, Mighty Mongoose, Lynette. Let's see here. Cormac, good to see you. Yeah, quite a few people popped in that.
I was watching something the other day since we're talking about this new, vaccine, whatever. But what was it? It was I can't remember what I was watching, but it was a commercial with Travis Kelce, who's a professional football player. He has like 2 Super Bowl rings, and he was promoting the vaccine. He's like, "Yeah, I'm doing the 2-for-1. I'm going for the 2-in-1." He'd hold his hand up, and no, I'm not kidding. If you look at this video, he holds his hands up, and he has the rings on his 2 middle finger and ring finger, so it automatically makes him do the Satan thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying already. And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm doing the 2-for-1 or whatever, like that type of stuff or whatever." And it's all about getting your COVID and your flu shot at the same time this fall. And he pulls up his sleeve and he has 2 Band-Aids on. One of them was blue and one of them was white, whatever. But anyway, that's what it was. A blue Band-Aid and white Band-Aid. And he's a badass dude. And right after I seen that, he has I can't remember what it was, but he either has like a TV show or something. And I said, "Yep, see," I was trying to show my boys. I was like, that's how it works, guys. See, he went on and said, "Hey, look at me. I get 2 vaccines in one." And then, did his symbolism with his rings and all that to trick you into not seeing it. And then goes off and I find that he has like some type of a talk show or some type of he has something, something else besides football that, gets him money and all that stuff. Anyway, back to the big thing, like Chuck was just saying a minute ago, you don't make it all the way there and get all this fame for, because you're changing.
And I'm going to say it again. I've said it a billion times. Nobody in this world makes it famous. I don't care if it's a music business, if it's acting, if it's a politician, if it's a football player, whoever it is. Nobody makes it famous unless they sell out.
Well, don't they call them influencer? Somebody that gets an audience is an influencer.
Right.
We're influencing, but they want to keep you in an echo chamber. We're all preaching to the choir in here. Nobody's coming in the chat and saying, "You guys are full of shit. You guys are crazy." Think about it. We don't never get anybody new in here saying that, "Oh, the Earth's a globe. You guys are crazy flat earthers," or, "There is no God." We don't get new people. It's the same people every week.
Right.
And that's by design.
We like that.
Yeah. But you want to get the truth out. You want to at least plant some seeds.
Exactly. That's what we want to do.
You guys are crazy. Stupid, you're crazy.
I forgot to say hello to Stupid.
Stupid, you're stupid, man. No, I'm just kidding.
and Honeycut and Captain and Stupid. I missed you guys. So I don't want to leave anybody out. But anyway, so yeah. But yeah, it's just if you don't understand who owns all of television, they own everything. Okay, the JOOOs.
Yeah.
But they've owned it from day one.
Well, think about it. It goes back to the original sin is pride. Pride. We all know pride's the original sin. So the God of this world is the most prideful creation ever. He's not going to share his glory with anybody that goes against him. He's the prince and power of the air. The prince and power of the airwaves. I mean, that's facts.
Right. Yeah. Trying to see what Danny's. Did I say hello to you, Danny? I'm not
What's up,
sure.
Danny?
Oh,
He
hello,
said he
Dan.
didn't get notified.
Well, he didn't get notified. He texted me. He sent me a video on text me just now, and I was like, I'm live, and he was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I'm live right now. And so
We got 46. Got a good crowd.
yeah, it's building. It's building. I'm trying to see if I can go back here.
Hey, also pride though. When you get a little bit lifted up and proud, that's when you stop learning. I mean, these people that rule us are a whole lot smarter than we are. They've been doing this for thousands of years. And once you think you start to know something, that's when you realize you don't know anything. And I mean, I've been there and done that. Trust me.
Well, that's why the scripture says he'll take the wise and they'll catch them in their own foolishness.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and the craftiness or something like that. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
All right, so let me go back here. All right, so Danny sent me this. All right, here we go.
That's the message from the CDC as we head into fall. The agency is recommending nearly everyone get the updated COVID booster to help protect against what doctors warn could be a triple-demic. Some people
triple-demic
are also getting.
I'm surprised he didn't say 33.
I'm so scared. There's a triple-demic.
Yeah.
Providers are charging $190 for that new vaccine. NBC Bay Area's Valina.
190. That's 19. COVID-19.
Or you pay to save you some money.
For the first time since the pandemic began, the federal government is not paying for the vaccine, which is causing some initial problems in this rollout, including.
Why wouldn't they pay for it?
Because they got everybody hooked and on board.
But they love us.
So now, just like your local dealer, he'll give you a few hits to start off, and then after that,
exactly.
Including at stores like CVS, where
so
people
true.
are finding out the shot comes with a hefty price tag.
Of course, that's much too expensive.
It's a shot sticker shock. The latest vaccine started rolling out last week, but people say instead of insurance covering the cost, they're being charged. The potential $190 price tag is now causing some to hold off.
I got the first shot, and I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, that might be enough. And then I think the cost factor might just be pushing it a bit too far.
If everybody needs one, and everybody does.
Hey,
then
Michelle.
there's great.
Real quick. Play Captain Caveman's link he put next. That's a good one.
Okay, I will.
Volume, and it shouldn't be expensive at all.
The latest COVID booster is supposed to target new variants and is recommended for nearly everyone, but at a time when inflation has everyone paying closer attention to price.
Isn't it funny how they always have to show somebody in a lab and
nearly everyone, but at
and look like they're like really doing something?
I know that white coat just makes us trust them more.
Right, with the gloves on, and that makes
Yeah.
it look like they're scientists or they're actually doing.
They love us. They're so smart.
I just had to say that because they always got to do that.
That's so true, though.
Yeah.
That's Joe Rogan approval.
Huh?
Joe Rogan approval, white coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inflation has everyone paying closer attention to prices. A recommendation may not be enough to overcome cost.
Being healthy is important, but paying $200 for a vaccine shot is too much.
CV.
He sounded like he needed to not stop drinking. Stop smoking. I don't know what it is.
Yes, is one of the places passing along the cost to some customers and suggest you may want to reschedule. Saying in a statement, some payers are still updating their systems and may not yet be set up to cover the updated COVID-19 vaccines.
We're transitioning from the federal vaccine program where everything was free to everybody to the commercial market. And I think we're seeing a little bit of a gap in technology.
Alameda County Public Health Department Dr. Joanna Locke recommends patients try to get reimbursed if you've already been charged, but cautions not to wait to get vaccinated.
I think it really depends on where you're going and what your insurance is, unfortunately. So I definitely wouldn't tell people to wait, but I think it's good to know what your insurance coverage is ahead of time.
Insurance and Medicare should
Shoot
cover the
first,
cost for those
ask
who
questions later.
Right?
still have to pay a copay or are uninsured. The federal government is paying the bill with their new Bridge Access program through the end of the year. Providers and participating pharmacies will be listed on vaccines.gov. In the East Bay, Valina Jones, NBC Bay Area News.
Take the guns
Hey,
first.
you remember
ask
Gavin
questions later.
Newsom eating the burger, saying if you get a vaccine, you
Right.
get this burger and fries. You gotta play that one again. Oh,
And he's like, oh, yeah,
so good.
so good. How can you resist this? And then they had, Krispy Kreme donut. Go get your free Krispy Kreme. And then they were like, go get your free beer.
Well, in some parts of this world, they have different things going on than they do here in America. But they have these things called brothels, and they were, enticing guys.
I remember that.
Come
that
to
was
your favorite brothel or whatever.
Where was that at? Where was that
I
at?
don't remember, but get a vaccine.
I remember that one.
To come in for free.
I'm gonna find that one while y'all are
Amsterdam,
talking.
probably.
Yeah.
All right. So linking it up. So let's see here. I think that. Okay. So.
Well, now, just think about, I was going to say this. I didn't know that they're actually charging $200 for that shot right now, if that's recent. But just think of man, you could go up and they give the flu shot away for free. You buy a pack of diapers, get a flu shot, you know what I mean? Or something like that. And it's just drive-through flu shots, So that's all.
Michelle, sorry, Brian, you got to play this one next. I found it. It's only a minute long. Let me send this to you.
Well, wait. Oh wow, who sent me Richie from Boston's?
Not me.
Oh, no.
I just put it in the chat. Play that one, Michelle, real quick. That's classic.
All right, hold on. I tabbed up two of them. One from Captain, from Danny.
Oh, okay. Well, they're both short. Yeah, so play both of them. They're both real short.
That's fine. Warning. Okay. Let me stop. Is that warning?
Today, for a little something extra, a Vienna brothel is providing COVID-19 vaccinations and giving those who take up the offer a 30-minute session with a quote.
Oh, wow.
Is that Arnold country?
Oh my God.
Christoph Lielecker.
She's wearing a mask too.
Yeah, no. No oral. Anyway, Vienna, Austria, is that where that is?
Yeah.
That's where Arnold is from. Screw your freedoms.
Yeah.
Come get your vaccine here in my country. We give you a freebie.
Screw them.
I remember that video. I shared that back in 2020 and got a strike for it, I think.
That's funny.
Action to make such a statement, especially in our industry. And now we have a great vaccination site, and we're very popular.
Vaccines will be offered for 4 hours every Monday in November in an effort to encourage men to get the shot. Austria started barring those who aren't fully vaccinated from cafes, restaurants, and hairdressers from Monday as infections continue to spike. That convinced Gerhard to roll up his sleeves at the Fun Palace.
He was like, yeah.
I would have gotten vaccinated anyway, but the 2G.
But hey.
But a piece of butt would be a lot better.
Oh my goodness. He was like, if I was gonna get it anyway, so
Look at the person behind him holding their fingers on the hat.
oh my goodness. There's the 666.
The 666 on both hands, yep.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Good eye.
E-rule has certainly accelerated things a little. And since an acquaintance of mine
Oh my
organized this
God.
and I thought, let's go for it, I think this is perfectly okay because we can achieve a better immunization rate this way.
Look at
That's
her.
necessary to end the pandemic at some point.
Only around 65% of Austrians are fully vaccinated, one of the lowest rates in Western Europe.
That is too funny. Okay, now I understand why you wanted me to play that one. Ooh.
Thanks, Brian, for bringing that up, man.
Yeah,
I remember. I forgot it until you brought it back up.
Well, that's just the stuff that goes on in this world, how deep it goes and how much they'll persuade and how, yeah, just
Well, you
crazy.
guys, you remember the strip club in Vegas? Where they were getting strippers going to the strip club and they were doing vaccines inside the strip club?
Yep.
Yeah. That's crazy. Oh, all right. Let's do this one. Oh, that was a good one. That made me laugh.
You got to laugh. Either laugh or you cry.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, we are hearing about this more and more. The U.S. CDC is tracking a new COVID-19 variant. This variant has multiple genetic differences from previous versions of the virus.
Now, there's a claim gaining ground on social media that says vaccinated people could be more at risk of catching this variant. So we went to the experts to find out the truth. Chris Costa verifies.
They went to the experts. We already know this is BS. They went to the experts.
Yeah.
With COVID-19 cases climbing again and kids going back to school, concerns about a new variant, BA 2.86, are floating around. This social media post claims the CDC has stated Americans who have received mRNA COVID vaccines are now at a higher risk of infection from new variants of the virus than those who are unvaccinated.
Oh my God.
This post has more than...
What a good twist for them, for all the people that have already been vaccinated to run and get another vaccination. Think about that. Very big.
Unbelievable.
And we're not hating on these people. We're pointing out the hypocrisy
Right.
here, the lies, the deception,
Well,
how
because-
deep it goes. Nothing to do with hate.
Right. No. And what I'm saying is that's a perfect twist. Think about that.
Yes, it is.
A very perfect twist. Well, you've already been vaccinated, but if you've been vaccinated, this could be even worse for you. So you need to get another vaccine.
We definitely need our booster.
That's sad. That's so sad. Anyway.
10,000 reposts and more than 25,000 likes. So did the CDC really say this? And is it true? Let's verify. Are people who got mRNA COVID-19 vaccines at a higher risk of infection from new variants than those who are unvaccinated? Our sources are the US CDC and Dr. James Jarvis, Senior Physician Executive for Northern Light Health.
So it's not that they're getting infected at a rate.
And of course, they got to show everybody in the hospital with their tubes in and looking like they're dying. That's not true. Anybody think about that? They're not going to let the media in somebody's hospital room for the HIPAA law. That, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to say, "Oh, can we go film Miss Judy White over here because she's in the hospital for COVID, and we're going to go film her so we can put her on the news." No.
Higher than people who are unvaccinated, or that they're getting sicker than people who are unvaccinated. That is absolutely not true.
Both Pfizer and Moderna shots are mRNA vaccines. This report from the CDC never states that people who got one of those shots are now at a higher risk for catching the BA286 variant than those who are not vaccinated. The report does say there's no evidence yet that this variant is causing more severe illness. It says the current rise in cases and hospitalizations in the U.S. are likely coming from Omicron variants like XBB, not this new variant. So we can verify this post is false. No, the CDC did not say that people who got mRNA vaccines are at higher risk for infection from new variants compared to those who are unvaccinated.
Now, the CDC says an updated COVID-19 vaccine will be available in mid-September. It says current evidence shows this updated version will be effective in reducing severe disease and hospitalization.
Liar.
Liar.
Safe and effective.
Liar. Y'all are liars.
Hey, a dog named Boo brought up a good point where they would always show the people on their deathbed saying, if I had one last thing, I would have got it. I would have got the job, right when they're getting ready to die.
Right.
That's shameless.
Well, I have one to show you guys. Right here. So let me do this real quick. I'm just going to show. This one is very short, but hold on, I gotta stop it. This was off of my channel also. So this is when COVID was really bad in like the world. Anyway, these are the actors. I put this out a year ago too.
Also wir liegen hier und simulieren, wie man gut sehen kann, weil das das neue Corona-Zentrum ist und ja, jetzt ein Testdurchlauf vorgenommen wird und wir haben bestimmte Aufgaben bekommen. Das ist neu.
I wonder if this girl's still with us.
Informieren Sie einen Mitarbeiter darüber, dass Sie das Gefühl haben, schlechter Luft zu bekommen. Um genau 13:35 Uhr und wir haben 13:30 Uhr. Ich habe noch 5 Minuten. Das ist meine Bettnummer und ich kriege für das Ganze hier Geld.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna look at this one real quick, or
Captain Caveman had a good one that was short. It's about like a minute ago. I don't know if he's still here or not.
Okay, Danny, it had to have been Danny. Danny, you sent me Richie from Boston's video, jailbreak overload, or whatever it's called, whatever. It's a 29-minute video, and you're gonna have to give me some timestamps and tell me why you're sending this to me before I even pull it up, please. And thank you, Captain Caveman. When? Oh.
He sent one that was pretty good about waking up or something. I can't remember what it was. Captain, if you're still there, drop that one and the most recent. We got a lot of links here. Maybe this is it. No, that's not it.
I'm scrolling. Is that the same one that you said that was a good one?
Flo, how's it start out? Talking about like waking up and stuff like that. That's pretty good.
I got one from here, but I think I already pulled that one up. Let's see.
Actually, I can find it.
I think I got it.
Okay.
Patience. I'm just kidding.
Patience.
Patience. Not alone?
Probably.
Okay. All right. Not alone. Oh yeah, this one. I seen this one. All right.
To all my friends and family out there who know what's really going on, to all my conspiracy theorist friends, yes, sometimes it's a curse and not always a blessing to be awake. Awakening is the most liberating, alienating, excruciating, empowering, lonely, confusing, freeing, frightening, expansive journey. If you find yourself struggling as you try to process all the insanity, you are not alone. No one talks about the darkness that accompanies awakening, or the grief, not only grieving the life and illusions you once had, but the realization that almost everything you thought you knew is a lie. The beliefs you held, the people you trusted, the principles you were taught, all lies. Shattering illusions is rarely an enjoyable experience. There's a considerable amount of discomfort that comes with growth, and the grieving process doesn't stop there. With these newfound realizations, you then find yourself grieving all over again. Grieving the loss of many relationships with people who just don't get it. Feeling alone, being ridiculed and ashamed, not only by the masses, but for many of you, your very own family and friends too. Feeling like you no longer have much in common with these people you are surrounded by. Struggling with carrying on bullshit, shallow conversations that lack substance with those who are still fast asleep. Even feeling disconnected from your entire support system because they can't see what you see. Some even grieve the loss of their ignorance because ignorance is bliss and reality is harsh. Awakening can be a lonely road, and you will find often yourself journeying alone. There's no way to sugarcoat it. Awakening to the realities of the world are brutal. It will have you running through the entire gamut of human emotions. You have to master the art of diving down the darkest rabbit holes only to come out and still function in daily life. That is a skill, people, that don't get talked about enough. Some of you are struggling with feeling disconnected from family and friends. It's as though they exist in another world. Please know you are not alone. And not only are you not alone, you have an entire tribe standing with you. We may be separated by miles, but we are definitely deeply connected in purpose and spirit. God bless everyone.
That was good.
Yes, very good.
Hey, I got one more follow on this up his channel. It's a minute. This one's a minute long. This one's funny. It's got a little bit of language in it, but it's pretty hilarious.
It's definitely a process. I just want to
Yeah.
add to that real quick. You know, I mean, it ain't nothing that's done quickly. And, you know, I went through years of just anger. That's what it led me to. I was struggling with anger issues because of it, just figuring this all out and then not understanding why no one else understood it. And then I'd get all angry and stuff about it or whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's a process. It's but that's why it's good to have us a group like this come talk to and not feel like you're banging your head off a wall when you're talking. You know what I mean?
It's
told
awesome
not
to
to
have,
breathe and all that stuff. I've told you that stuff before.
Yeah,
Don't breathe, kill yourself. And then an avatar of bleach that says "drink me" or something like that. You know, I get those things too on my channel.
Right. No,
Michelle, did you get that link though? I shared. It's like the same type of video, but it's only 1 minute long. I just dropped it in the chat. He shared it earlier.
It's called The Rant?
Yeah.
Vince? Okay.
Yeah, The Rant.
All right.
Now, there is a little bit of language in here, so if anybody's sensitive, then turn the volume down. It's pretty funny though.
Okay.
It's going to be this hard. Look how the simple shit that you used to enjoy isn't enjoyable anymore. Shit like going out to eat with family, it's like you don't want to know what's in that or what the containers are made of that we put it in after. And how about just enjoying a holiday? Like, do you really know why we celebrate this holiday and where it came from? Can't even watch the fucking Weather Channel anymore. You know, knows the weather, right? Can't watch a TV show or a movie because there's fucking symbolism in everything. Walks in nature ain't the same. Like, hey, you know why that mountain over there is shaped like a snake? Because it was one. Or God forbid you look up at the fucking moon. Don't even get me started. Going to fucking work. Like, hey, you know, money's not real. God forbid you fucking sneeze and someone says, bless you. Like, do you know who you're blessing? Going to fucking family events like birthday parties. Like, you know, saying happy birthday is this satanic.
Yeah, it was I don't know. It's funny, but there was a couple things that was pretty funny, but
It was kind of annoying, actually.
yeah, the I don't know. They like sped it up or something.
I don't know. It was a little hard to listen to.
I apologize.
No, it's okay. I was like, oh. Anyway, Let's see what I got. Let's see. There was one up here. I don't know if I should. I got to look at this real quick. Okay, I guess they're not going to show too much, I'm sure. This is only 35 seconds long, but it's something Danny shared. It's called Naked Woman Who Fired Shots Near Bay Bridge Toll, but it's only 35 seconds long. So I guess there was a naked woman shooter. Who knows? Let's see.
Developing news. The woman accused of getting out of her car naked and firing a gun into traffic Bay Bridge now faces criminal charges. Sequoia Duncansell of Sacramento pleaded not guilty today. She faces a total of 12 counts and remains in jail without bail. Investigators say Duncansell was driving recklessly on eastbound 80 1 week ago and then got out of her car and fired a gun near the toll plaza with no clothes on. It shut down all eastbound lanes of 80 and caused serious traffic delays.
Okay.
Not buying that one.
You never know.
You're not buying that, Dub?
No, it sounds like a good reason to shut down an area for an event of some sort. You know what I mean? Stop everybody from coming in. Shut down the whole bridge. You know what I mean? Like just because a naked lady shot a gun.
That's right.
And then the guy who was in the gurney or whatever, if you look at him, he has like a neck brace on and he's shaking his head left and right like, damn, I'm pissed off. Get me out of this shit. I don't want to be here anymore.
See, you pick up a lot of stuff. You see a lot of stuff right away. That's cool.
Oh, no.
It was only 35 seconds long, and he's already can explain. Did you see all the signs and symbols in the background? And just kidding.
That's why we all need each other. You know, each person has different perspectives, and
I'm telling you,
everybody picks up something different. It's pretty awesome.
So, what do you guys think? You guys want to open up the panel?
Yeah, I got a question too before you open it up.
Okay.
What's the next big one? Obviously, we know 9/11. Nobody saw it coming. COVID. Nobody saw it coming. I mean, what do you guys think is the next big one?
Let's all answer it real quick. Go ahead, Dub.
I don't think we'll see it coming.
I agree. Totally agree.
But
we never do.
But what will it be when it does come?
Yeah, we don't know when.
What do you think, Dub? What do you think they're going to throw at us?
Wow.
Aliens.
I don't know. There's something new. I think Maui was a very big one that they.
But it didn't affect all of us. We're talking about
everybody. I no idea really.
Like the laws. Think about the laws they passed here in September 11 with the Homeland Security, NDAA, and then with COVID, the medical tyranny. I mean, that affects everybody.
There's one I wanted to play really quick, but you guys keep talking. Go ahead and answer, Brian.
Yeah, Brian, what do you think?
Oh, geez. Yeah, no, I've said what I said before about the rapture, in a sense, played off as a new pandemic, and then that gets control of those.
That's
who are
the
left
last
behind.
card, I think.
But, you know, the scripture does say that no one knows the hour, the day, none of that stuff. So I don't even like you to say that either. You know what I mean? I'm not no prophet either. But, you know, that's just, I don't know, deep thinking. Let's just call it that or something. But then the scripture also says, you know, what it say that no one will know the time, the hour, but it is going to come like a thief in the night. So, yeah, no one's even going to expect it and know it. It's going to be boom. You know what I mean? But the scripture also says that you won't know that time, but you know the seasons. And we're in some weird seasons right now. It's some crazy lies in every direction about everything. So if that ain't the season, I don't know what is.
Mm-hmm. I think I just still think 2025, 2024, 2025. I don't know, just who knows.
That's weird.
And then I said in the last time, October 4th leaves 88 days left in the year. So whatever message is going out to everybody's cell phones or something.
That's 10-4. 10-4. Truck driver code. Maybe 10-4 will have something to do with like the transportation industry, you know, the whole 10-4, and who knows.
Well, they say that we're going to have an emergency broadcasting test. Is that what you guys just said?
No, that's
Oh, every time I look for something, I can never find it because I'm always trying to look for it real quick, and it never works. But let me see. Man, I really want to find it though. Let me see if I can go down here and find it. That'll be easier. You guys keep talking. Keep talking.
We're waiting to hear what you think.
I know. I'm looking real quick. I'm looking for a video. I was gonna mirror it and I didn't.
Which one was it? Maybe I can find it.
I got it.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
I had to go into my history. Let's see here. Copy link. Okay. Go back here. Close that out. Go right here.
Yeah, I think the fake alien invasion is. I think that's the last one, though. Like they say, last card. So I think World War III will really officially kick off right after that happens.
All right, I got it. So I don't know if you guys have seen this. Let's see.
Meanwhile, today, President Biden is announcing the first ever White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. Vice President
I
Harris
saw this today. Wow, that's a good one.
Feldman, a policy advisor to Biden on gun issues, will lead the office. The White House says it will play a key role in implementing the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, the law that was passed last year, considered the most sweeping gun violence prevention measure in 30 years. The office will work with federal, state, and local leaders, as well as advocates to prevent mass shootings and homicides that primarily affect low-income communities. Joining us now is David Hogg, president of Leaders Reserve, co-founder and board member of
Oh shit! There's our boy.
2018 Parkland High School.
Isn't he? We haven't seen him in such a long time.
Yeah, that guy that got called out for being an actor and being way
David
too old
Hogg.
to go to school and all that stuff. That was this
David
guy.
Hogg. Yep.
Yeah.
Shooting survivor. David, thank you for being with us this morning. You're going to be
Notice
here
his
today
shoes.
with,
Remember
the
those
president when he
people who
makes
wear
his-
the shoes? I don't know. That's just me saying stuff too quick. But anyway, he's got shoes. Look on his chest, his pin. You understand what I'm
this
saying?
announcement. What do you want to hear?
I want to hear him speak directly
Who
to
gives
young
a
people
crap
that
what he
made
wants
this
to hear,
happen.
you know?
March for Our Lives started calling for this in 2019.
Are those shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, shoes have soles, remember? That's what that's all about. It's just smacking you in the face.
With our
Trying to magnetize it, but it won't let me. What is it? Control F4?
4.
F4?
No, just 4.
They even look green at a different angle. I guess we're getting played with here again. He changed his shoes in the middle of all this or something.
Wow. There you go, people.
He's been proven being a liar. Remember where he was saying that he was at class when it happened? Then he said he was on his way to class when it happened.
Yeah, he was
had
trying to
like
get
4
there
different stories.
quick
Yeah.
as he could, and then you had the people like coming up to him and calling him out, saying, "Hey, dude, you're way too old. You don't even go to school." You know what I mean, and stuff like that.
Hey, I have that video if you want to play it after this of him lying. I actually have that on Odyssey.
Yeah, well, he is a liar because he's a crisis actor.
Yep.
In different interviews, he said his sister had 3 friends that were shot, and then they had 4 friends that were shot, and then they had 5 friends that were shot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember those numbers changing. Yep.
Yeah. That was that psyop was a good one to look into.
Yes.
Definitely.
Peace plan, which was the most ambitious plan for gun control that has ever been proposed, arguably in American history, that we put out to the presidential candidates. We had a town hall with them where we asked specifically, there's video of Emma or ex-Gonzalez asking presidential candidates about creating an office of gun violence prevention. And it's young people and survivors, people like Poe Murray from Newtown, people like Erica Ford and so many others that made this happen, that were on the front lines of it. And I want to hear the president talk directly to them.
It's
and say, you did
Converse,
this because
like
this is
Matthew McConaughey holds up. And the only pair that could identify her was this pair of Converses. Remember the adult-sized Converses for the little kid? But anyway,
Yeah.
They had a heart on them, and they
Yeah.
were all clean. There was no, they had to clean it up. I played that what 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
The shoes video.
Yeah. Right.
Survivors need to know that their voices matter and that they are heard. And this is an example of how that's happening.
You know, David, gun violence is so prevalent. And, every time you and I talk, I mean, there have been hundreds, literally hundreds of people that died in between.
Really? It's real.
I got it, Michelle. I posted
And a lot of
the link.
A lot of people always ask, why did they
In our
do these
conversations.
things?
That's just almost like a daily reality in our country. David, how is it that a conversation about this can end up being constructive and constructive in real ways and in real terms?
Well, I think, look, we need to take a holistic approach to this. And I think that's part of what separates the work of March for Our Lives more than anything. It's not only that we're survivor-led. We started after the Parkland shooting in 2018, where 17 of my classmates and administrators died. We've marched in Washington, D.C.
Liar!
And demanded
Liar.
action. But we take a holistic approach. Whenever I talk to people, for example, when I was in the shooting club at my college, when I talk to people who didn't...
He was in the shooting club.
that's the shoes he's wearing on his shirt right now. Green
Oh, what?
Converses.
The green
Yeah.
Converse right there with the heart.
Radical change now.
Those things on his chest are green. The light's just funny right now, but those are green. It's a sticker that's shiny. Something like that.
Well, yeah. I was looking at the Converse.
No, I know, but I'm talking about his pin on his chest. It's
Oh.
green.
Yeah, I didn't even snap. That's what those were. The shoes.
agree with me. I said, is there anything I could say to you that would change your mind about banning assault weapons? And if they say no, I say, okay, let's not talk about that then.
We call
Let's talk about
BS.
what we can agree on, which is the fact that
Look at that.
you probably do agree we need more mental health funding for the 2/3 of gun deaths that are suicide.
Mental health funding. Come on.
Well, hey, first of all, if we have a constitution, it says shall not be infringed, then he don't have nothing to say. They can't do anything. That's just the part that people just blows my mind.
The thing
They do
is,
that.
we don't have a constitution.
No, zero.
We have we don't, Bill of Rights. We don't have rights. We don't have a constitution. Yeah.
suicides. We probably need to fund more programs. You probably do agree that we need to fund more programs that help stop young people from wanting to pick up a gun in the first place. Because the reason why Parkland doesn't have shootings every day isn't only because we don't have stronger gun laws than the rest of Florida. We have one of the best things at preventing gun violence in the first place, which is
Is a no gun zone.
Chuck, you said the best way to get this is to stop gun people from picking up a gun. You better just stop picking up your gun. If you stop picking up your gun, this will all end. All of it.
Like I say, my gun has always behaved. So, if you can't control your gun, then I don't know what to tell you. My gun is still behaved. My gun is still, I don't have to ground it or anything. My gun is good. He's been well behaved.
fact that
Yeah, well, I got him telling some big lies in that video I shared with you a minute ago.
Okay, I pulled it up.
median household income is well over $100,000 in Parkland. And that helps prevent young people from wanting to pick up a gun. But we need to address all the factors that play into gun violence.
It's not going to help anybody wanting to pick up a gun. We want to pick up a gun because of you. I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding, you two.
Don't you want to just punch him in the face every time you see him?
Yeah. But this is not violent. We're just, this is for educational purposes, YouTube.
Fair use.
And that's how we're trying to have this productive conversation. Why I'm so excited that President Biden is taking action to listen.
Yeah, sure, pal.
to March for Our Lives and our calls to action for 4 years. We've registered thousands of young people to vote.
Biden can't even change his own diapers,
at
and
the
he's
White House calling
taking
for this
action.
office for 4 years, and it is finally happening. And the only reason why that is, Jose, is because young people made their voices heard and voted. And we have.
He waxes his eyebrows, by the way.
He does.
Oh, they're definitely waxed. That stuff looks so weird.
Yeah. All right, let's pull that other one up. All right.
I could say a few more things, but I don't be rude.
Huh?
No, I just could say a few more things, but I don't want to be rude.
Oh, it's okay. All right.
Oh, be rude.
I won't judge you.
Be rude. I'm just kidding.
Nah.
Oh, it's finally happening. Oh.
Is this the one that says crisis actors say the darndest things?
What?
Is the title? What's the title on this one? Crisis actors say the darndest things? I think that's the one. Okay, yeah, this is it.
News has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these things they think are true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
I had to explain that.
I saw this plane come out of nowhere and just ream right into the side of the Twin Tower, exploding through the other side. And then I witnessed both towers collapse, one first and then the second, mostly due to structural failure because the fire was just too intense.
And I saw a man speaking kind of harshly to them in a loud voice saying, "It's going to be all right, it's going to be all right." And I thought it was a skit or a play, or some Cub Scouts were rehearsing.
Building, we hear gunfire. I assume that it's a code red drill because they told us earlier in the day that we're going to be having a code red drill. I assumed it was blanks.
I assumed it was blanks.
I was sitting out the back with a coffee and I just saw a plane come across and was like wobbling like that. It was probably a meter from the roof above me, so I just ran to Dan Murphy's. And then I heard the bang and I looked around. There was just flames and smoke everywhere.
You could do. Once we got over the fence, I saw a parking lot actually just behind me over here with work trucks. And typically during a festival, multiple people use a truck and they tend to leave keys. And I was hoping that was the case. And
who leaves their keys in the car?
He's seen that in the Terminator movie. Come on now. Remember? Terminator even learned that the keys are in the
Especially
car.
in Vegas, who's going to leave their keys in their car at a concert that supposedly had 20,000 people at it?
Well, Michelle, this guy did.
Oh, okay, and he found one. He happened to find one open that had the keys in it.
Just truck drivers leave their keys in their pickups.
I never leave my keys in my truck.
Good idea.
Because this guy would take it.
Mm-hmm.
yes, lucked out on the first truck, opened the door, and the keys were there. And
His shirt
went to
even
Jen and
said
"Let's
stories."
go get some people."
When gunfire pierced classrooms, Jesse Sanders' instinct was to protect the innocent.
So I just ran to the school. And then when I get there, the dude was shooting through the windows. And I said, "Hey, why don't you shoot this way instead, you know?"
My friend, she was she was the one who pushed me, and we were running, like we were already situated in the by the bookshelf.
Liars.
And she's like, grab a book. So I took a book. It was a tiny book, but I took a book and I held it up, and I believe maybe the book kind of deterred some of the bullets.
Deterred them. Chuck, is that that's terminology when the bullets hit the backstop? You know, they get ricocheted or deterred. You know, or penetrate.
deterred. Yeah, they get deterred.
I hope everybody has books in their house, because that'll save you.
Tiny ones.
Tiny
Remember,
ones.
tiny books.
So it didn't hit me so badly, but she was the one who gave me the idea. Yeah. she definitely helped.
I do apologize about the music in the background. I wish I could have cut that
Went
down
into
lower.
the back of my
It's
head,
annoying.
just
I like
right,
this one.
like, kind of in the middle of the back of my head, and then came out right here.
So, and I just got back from like basic training from Georgia.
Play that again. That's awesome.
He had like a big earring that someone ripped out, and then he's like, "Look, it's not over here."
Oh, okay.
Into the back of my head, just right, like kind of in the middle of the back of my head, and then came out right here.
So, and I just got back from like basic training from Georgia. So, I looked at the guy. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to fist fight this guy. And then I didn't know he had a knife, and it was like, it looked like that, like something was sticking out of his hand, maybe the length of my thumb. And then he just came up. I braced myself, side of the head, fell down to the ground, and never went like unconscious or anything.
Okay, so where's his wound? Is he supposed to be in the hospital with his clothes on? I don't know.
And I felt my head. My hand was covered in blood. My blood was running down my neck and on my shirt. And I looked. There was no like official lockdown or alarm going off. There was no mall security anywhere. Everyone's panicking. And I looked at the people in Victoria's Secret. And they just closed the gate right there. And I'm standing on the outside like, what am I going to do?
Yeah, and he's all happy.
You talk to him, what would you tell him?
That you're the best friend, like you're my best friend, and nothing's gonna stop that. There's no bullet that could ever break a friendship.
After you
There's
kept
no
him
bullet
from coming
that could
back
ever break
into
a
the door.
friendship. He had to laugh at it. He was like, "Wait, what? I had to say that."
Or what happened after that?
Well, we had barricaded the door. I used my foot. I had tennis shoes on.
Some lady came looking for her son. I hope he's not one of the children. She said, I heard you had 6 kids here. I said, I took him to the firehouse. Her face looked frozen in pain. I've never seen anything like that. Her face looked like it was stone. I said, what is your child's name? And she gave me the name. I have to find out about that kid.
And I'm pissed. Because my daughter I'm not going to see again. She's not here. She's not here. She's in North Lauderdale at whatever it is, King David Cemetery. That's where I go to see my kid.
This is a club that nobody wants to be in.
I love this one.
And please, could we do something with the assault weapons so that we could stop this club from
She's the lady on Jeopardy.
ever getting any more members?
She's the lady on Jeopardy. She's the lady in Vegas. She's the lady. She's been everywhere. She's George Floyd's second grade teacher. She's been everywhere.
I've been everywhere, man.
I was thinking that too.
She's been everywhere.
It was on that Wednesday afternoon. He was in Holocaust Studies class on the first floor of the freshman building when bullets started to fly.
Yes.
Did any bullets get into your classroom?
Yes, many bullets were shot through my class. I believe 4 people were shot in my class, and 2 people actually did pass away in my class, right in front of me.
I didn't shoot the shooter, but I saw like
Is that
the
Epstein?
shots and everything. I hear.
And then your teacher went down?
He was just shouting, like, so. And I saw him.
What was your teacher doing when you go towards the door to shut it?
He was closing the door, and then he got shot.
What's his name?
Mr. Bigo from geography class.
I walked outside right there, and I looked down here.
Gene
I
Rose.
wonder if Holocaust studies was extracurricular, or if that was like course requirement. You know, just wondering.
And just so everybody knows, Newtown was bought out. They bought out the whole town to do this psyop.
Yeah, they did.
6 children. They were sitting there. They were sitting there.
He just wanted to love
Why
them.
they were there.
My nephew, he acted as a coward, and he took a lot of innocent life. But I'm sorry, man.
Inside edition.
During the confrontation, the church usher was pistol whipped. There was a significant struggle between the two. During the struggle, the gunman shot himself.
Police still partly on fire when these pictures were taken.
And there have been multiple injuries. We have one of the witnesses here, Emma, who will, yeah, one of the survivors who is going to.
And
Did you hear the blast?
No.
No.
No one, I don't think, unless you were in the carriage, you wouldn't have heard it because, yeah, no, just screams, running.
And obviously, you know, it does coincide with the same period that schools are reopening. So do you do
There were
with a
lots
lot
of school children
yeah.
in their uniforms, and that was really heartbreaking to see some of them hurt. Hello, I've just seen my friend. I've got to go.
Okay, thank you.
They're all so happy. Oh, it's so funny.
Anna, thank you for talking to us.
Keep her down, and she was just so disoriented. I just remember her just like looking around because she was asleep, just looking, thinking what's going on, and just trying to keep calm so that she didn't start freaking out even more. And it was just so scary, and her face just.
I can understand an innocent night where you take your children to the theater and sheer.
I was trying to be calm.
You were going to lose your life that night, Jarrell?
That guy was reading something.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Jarrell, did you think you were going to lose your life that night?
My life definitely flashed before my eyes at that moment. It was.
He can't hear that lady right in front of him? What is this?
It's hard to say because when I first was hit, that's when it got very real for me.
Special guest, Jean Rosen. Nancy, I want to be with these children. I want to read to them. I want to show them.
I want to love them.
There's light away from the darkness.
There's light away
I
from the
want to be
darkness.
their grandpa, their uncle, Jean, whoever. I want to spend time with them as much as they will allow and their parents will allow. I want them to come to my home.
I don't want my kids with that guy at
I want to
all.
love them.
Right.
But I do see people burnt, people's hair singed, clothes covered in something that looked like white cotton or a white foam or something. So maybe something exploded, but they seem to be covered in lots of debris, possibly from that.
Parent, and then the second child came out, and she was the sole survivor from the other class, and she was absolutely head to toe covered in blood and flesh, just hanging on her whole body. And her
Head to
mother was in
toe.
that parking lot that day. Luckily,
Head to toe. Flesh, blood hanging.
Covered in head to toe in blood and flesh. Okay.
but when I saw her, I knew that it wasn't just a shooting; it had been a massacre.
She knew it had to be a massacre.
I did see a mole come and go there at the beginning of the video. That was kind of weird.
You know, how dare y'all, the children, how dare y'all.
The children.
If that weapon had been in place, he wouldn't have had.
It's real.
Had that gun. But what happened instead, what happened, 22 decades ago, was that the assault weapons ban was left to expire. And they had started at that time, the CDC had started researching on ways to prevent gun violence. And what happened instead was that the NRA and the NSSF got a hold of some of our elected officials, and they were able to get them to stop trying to find out ways to get information to prevent gun violence. Well, we weren't looking. We weren't paying attention. They changed the laws. They let these things expire.
Susan, the president.
Because we had a fire alarm earlier that day, and that was a drill. So we thought this was a drill too, just another one. Because we have a lot of fire alarms, a lot of fire drills at the school. After we heard the first gunshot, we initially thought it was a drill. Actually, that was a bad choice. Actually, that was a bad choice because the janitor. Sorry. You're fine, Dave. You're fine. Honestly, when I was going out, I was kind of in. I was in. When I was going out, I was in shock. I don't know how to put this in perspective.
That's the guy that was you were just playing. If anybody doesn't remember.
Mr. Hogg himself.
Yep. Yep.
So most of my friends that made it out, one of them went into a bathroom in the same, I believe, in the same hallway as the shooter. Oh, hold on. One of them went into the same bathroom, I believe, as the hallway shooter. He was in there at the same time, and he was in the bathroom, and he didn't know if he was going to live.
Yeah, that's pretty rough to have to sit there and be like, yeah, wait, hold on. And then the guy coax you through it the whole time, be like, hey, you're doing all right, buddy. You're doing all right. Just keep going. Make it up.
Yeah, this is a good video. They took it down off YouTube, obviously. That's why it's not on there. Didn't this come into effect 2012?
Yep, right after.
That was Sandy Hook. Yep.
Sure did. Chuck, I know you have it. I know you can never find it, but I want the DC shooting.
I couldn't find it last time. Remember, I looked. I know.
I have the thing on my channel and I can share it, but it's always, I never edit it, and it'll always.
She likes the song that I put
I
to it. Though.
Well, no, it's on your Odyssey. It's got to be on your Odyssey.
Let me look. I think maybe I did find it last time. Let me look again.
Hey, earlier.
My life.
I gotta get Michelle.
Things over and over and over again.
What?
I can't find it, but this is a real short one. This is the Super Bowl 2013, where they brought the kids from Sandy Hook to the Super Bowl. Okay. Check this out. But I will find that one for the next show.
I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna copy that one for the next show. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna download it when I find it because I've looked for it everywhere.
Brian, if I can get it from you, I can put the song back on it. Did you see the link, Michelle? It's 2 minutes. This one is pretty. This just shows you how bold these people are. They know that it don't matter. People are like dead asleep.
Well, hold on.
Sorry. I don't. Sorry. I don't.
Come on in and see what's happening. Pay the price, get your tickets for the show. The stage is
So, real quick question. So, are these supposedly the kids from the school?
Yes, this is 2013
Right.
Super
So,
Bowl. It happened in
they have the
2012.
same kids that supposedly
Yeah,
got killed
keep
in
going
this
and it
group.
matches them up. Yeah, it matches
as
them
the
up.
band starts playing, suddenly your heart is pounding, wishing secretly you were a star. Don't be fooled by the radio, the TV or the magazines. Show you photographs of how your life should be. Imagine someone else's fantasies. So if you think your life is complete confusion,
These are just their twins. Come on now.
What?
These are all their twins, like NASA. You know what I mean? Like NASA and all those astronauts on the Space Shuttle 7. They had all those twins when they, this is all this is. These are all just twins.
It's real.
It's real.
never win the game. Just remember that it's a grand illusion. Just deep inside, we're all the same.
Josephine would just be turning 9 years old, right?
On the 11th.
Just be turning 9 years old, right?
On the 11th.
Wow. Wow. I'm trying to see. I'm going to look at something real quick. Okay. So. This is only 57 seconds long. Color video of Albert Einstein explaining E equals MC to real speech.
It followed from the special theory of relativity that mass and energy are but different manifestations of the same thing, a somewhat unfamiliar conception for the average mind. Furthermore, the equation E is equal mc squared, in which energy is thought equal to mass multiplied with the square of the velocity of light, showed that very small amount of mass may be converted into a very large amount of energy, and vice versa. The mass and energy were in fact equivalent, according to the formula mentioned above. This was demonstrated by Kokra and Walton in 1932 experimentally.
All right. To me, he doesn't sound very intelligent.
No, he's just an actor.
Yeah, he sounds a little slow. Sounds like a guy that probably dropped out of high school and had to steal patents in the patent office and things like that.
He's like Bill Nye, the speedwalker guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bill Nye, the more than two genders guy.
Yeah.
We can tell him now. That's what he said. There's more than two genders. But he wants us to know that we lived in an enclosed world and we can't leave.
Mm-hmm. That stuff is flat. No, that's the other one. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
So did you guys want to open up the panel?
Yeah, you can. I'm just gonna pause it and eat. Like, give me 10 minutes, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'll be right
As
back.
long as you come back.
No, I mean, 5 minutes. I just gotta get my food, and then I'll be here. Give me 5 minutes. All right.
All right. So that was actually kind of fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, lots of theories out there. That's all science is. That's why science is erring from the faith, because, professing science is just all lies. You have to sit there and your answers to science have to be all way deeper than yes or no. It's really that simple about living down here, pretty much. Unless you want to add lies and deception to it, then it's not yes or no. Then it's, comes from the evil one. Whoever has the most money, their theory sticks.
Right? So Danny says F35 remix. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the panel. I went and dropped the StreamYard link if anybody wants to come on and share their thoughts. That would be cool. Go in here. That one up.
Einstein also said there's no proof that we are heliocentric or geocentric, but we know what science ran with.
Right. Yeah, I'm not buying him. I'm not buying him at all.
What are you looking for?
Actually, I just pulled up 3 more videos. You had the White House one.
Yep. That one's the one that I have a copy of, Probably has the same goofy music we were just listening to on another video. I'm not even kidding. But, hey, it is what it is.
Oh, from Dearth.
Yep. I've had this for years.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back.
That was a good one. Yep, that's one of
Chuck,
my.
what you eat in like 5 minutes? Or are you still eating? He's still eating.
No, I'm here. I'm
Okay.
here. I'm gonna mute it when I eat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't want to hear you going.
I know you don't hear me.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So Danny had put one out. It's only 2 minutes long. Let's see. It says F-35 crash witness Randolph White remix, the Remix Bros, whatever that is.
It's not playing, Michelle.
It's not?
No. You're just laughing and we don't know why.
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's not playing.
You guys are like, she's laughing. Let me get back out here.
We want to see it too. Come on.
All right. Oh, it's a good one. I can already tell you it's a good one. Screen. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. It was good. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Normally it's pretty quiet, but on Sunday afternoon,
I was in the bathroom taking a shave, and I heard a screeching, sort of between a screech and a whistle. What in the world? What in the world? I was in the bathroom taking a shave, sort of between a screech and a whistle. What in the world? This, and I heard a boom. Then my whole house shook. What's in the meteorite coming on the stairs? I said, well, the airplane, it needed to be reported, but the thing was flying too low. What in the world? What in the world? What in the world? What in the world? Boom, boom, boom. What in the world? What in the world? Get up!
I don't know. I thought that was pretty good. Oh, anyway.
Yeah, videos like that definitely tell me that we all have different purposes down here. You know, I mean, I could never put something together like that. That's just, I'm eating cheese curls. Sorry, excuse me. But yeah, I was laughing really hard in there in between, especially when that dude, it sounded like that dude was really making a song with the music, the way the guy was talking. And then he screams every time. That was
I know, he's all wee. I actually have enjoyed the slide very, very much.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's been a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Been a very good one. Let me go here. Let me see here.
Did you drop the link?
Yeah, I dropped the link.
Okay.
Nobody took us up on it.
Oh, okay.
Let me see here. Oh. We go back here. Here. Still looking. All right. So while you guys are eating, I'll go ahead and play another video.
I'm almost done.
So in case anybody doesn't understand what this video is, I'm sure you guys have seen this video before.
The Devil Horns girl.
Yeah, the Devil Horns girl. She,
Oh yeah.
her whole family in Texas was shot and killed. She was the only survivor of her whole entire family. 6 of them died or whatever. Anyway, this is of her afterwards. So yeah, her whole family died. Brothers, sisters, mother, father, all of them died.
Give me all you got, don't hold me back. I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, no time. Because I'm alone if you feel like a room is I'm alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. I'm alone if you know what happiness is to you. I'm alone if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't let me. Bring me down, love is too good. Bring me down, can't let me. Bring me down, I said. Bring me down, can't let me. Bring me down, love is too good. Bring me down, can't let me. Bring me down, I said. I'm alone if you feel like a room is I'm alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. I'm alone if you know what happiness is to you. I'm alone if you feel like that's what you want to do. I'm alone if you feel like I'm alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. I'm alone if you know what happiness is to you. I'm alone if you feel like that's what you want to do. Be down, be down, be down, be down, be down. Be down, be down, I'm alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. I'm alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. I'm alone if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. I'm alone if you feel like that's what you want.
There's an incredible discrepancy between horrific events that she describes and her very, very cool demeanor. And if you look closely, you'll see duping delight throughout this video. You'll see duping delight throughout this video.
I figured out why she keeps putting her hands up like that. Someone said in the comment section that Red Storm said that it's for, the sign of I love you and for deaf people. So she must just be deaf from 6 people getting shot, and she's the only one to survive all those bullets and all those shots. She's just deaf now, and that's why she got to sign up so much and smile so much, because she's so happy that she's deaf now.
Oh, that's got to be it.
Yeah, that must be what it is.
It's real.
That was Cassidy Stay.
That was her name?
I never even knew she threw so many devil horns up. I just said it because I remember like the one famous one. I didn't know she's hanging out the hood of the car and everything.
Oh, yeah,
or whatever.
she was really like loving it.
Famous. Yeah, loving it. Yep.
After all, seeing your mother, father, and 4 siblings killed in front of you, that's
Yeah,
she's pretty happy little girl.
yeah. I mean, she's a star. Anyway, did she kill her family? Carla asks.
No.
I doubt any of them died, but yeah.
I don't think so.
No. Does she look like a killer to you?
Matt says she's a freak.
She's a freak. Just another psyop. Just another psyop. For sure. But anyway, how was your dinner, Chuck?
It was good. I was just hungry. Had to get something on my stomach.
Very good. Well, I dropped the link. Nobody wants to come up.
Nobody wants to come on.
Nobody wants to come up and say hello. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I might.
We've been going for 2.5 hours. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, we can call it a night. I thought it was a very fun night, actually.
It was fun.
For unplanned. Man, I'm scrolling like forever here. Okay. But yeah, thought it was a very fun night. I very much enjoyed it. It wasn't planned. We didn't know what we were going to talk about. That's why I said, open panel. Nobody wants to come on, but that's good too. That's kind of the way it is. But yeah. Well, we can go ahead and call it for this week. If that's what you guys want to do. I know you got to get up early, Chuck. And I think I know I do.
I don't have to get up too early, but I mean, I got to get up around 7.
Oh, so you're not getting up early this week?
No, I got to go out of town. So.
Oh, well, okay. So you'll be out of town for a couple days or what?
Yeah, probably 3 or 4.
Oh wow.
No.
Where are you going?
Huh? Just all over.
Oh, just all over.
Pennsylvania, up there.
Yeah.
I think I'm even going to Arkansas.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and call it a night. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Like I said, it was unplanned, but I enjoyed it very much so.
Thanks, Michelle. I really appreciate you having me on every week.
No problem. Everybody, if you're not here, everybody's like, "Where's Chuck?" I'm like, "Oh man." No, I'm just kidding. No, of course I love having you on here. We all do. And thank you, Brian, so much for coming on here. And double.
Thanks, Brian.
And
I always love having Brian on here.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Yep.
I've really enjoyed it, Brian, coming on here with us. I appreciate you very much, and appreciate your input for sure. But so I'm going to go ahead and scroll back. You guys are going to have to hang on for a second and see if I can get everybody in here. Thank you, Flatlined, and Carla, and Red Storm, and Crystal, and Danny, and Sergio, All the World's a Stage, On the Level, Ange, of course. Let's see if I can keep scrolling. Matt, Gypsies. Let's see. Little one, Betsy. Thank you very much for coming. Red Storm, Matt. I know if I repeat you guys, I'm sorry. I'm just scrolling. I know I can go on the level forever and ever and ever and ever. Veronica. Let's see.
Gypsies, Mighty Mongoose. We mentioned him.
Mongoose.
Danny.
Yeah.
Dog named Boo.
Yeah. Dog named Boo. Yeah. Change. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us. Jesus Christ, my Lord. Thank you for coming. Yeah. If I've missed your name, you guys know that, I probably do every week. And
Crystal Jim. Did you mention her?
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay.
Maybe.
Cool.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
And
Jeanette, Awaken the Light in Australia. She's here.
Yeah, awake. Good to see you. And
Nana Candy.
Nanny Candy and
Veronica.
Shay and
Ancy.
Yes, Ancy.
Flatlined.
Yep. And let's see. I think we're getting there.
I think we're getting there.
But thank you everybody for being here with us. That's what we want.
Thank you, Dub. Michelle, Brian.
Yeah, thank you for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate you. That's what we want, is a platform that we can all hang out together and just, talk about whatever we want to talk about, and everything will be okay. Just keep believing in your Lord.
James Wiley, good to see you. We didn't mention you.
Yeah, and James, thank you so much, James. I really appreciate you being here also. But yeah, so until next week. You guys hang in there. Let's keep fighting the good fight. And, it is what it is. And put your armor on, your full armor. And, yeah. God bless
Marco popped in here. I haven't seen him.
Marco?
Yep, Marco.
Hi, Marco. We're getting ready to leave. You're going to have to go ahead and play it back. But, yeah. So, again, love you guys. God bless you all. Hang in there, and we will see you next week. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night, okay?
Later. God bless.
Goodbye. God bless, too. Yep.
Later. Bye.
Bye.